There's a moorland cross here for some reason. Interesting. I didn't know that was up here. I've come a bit out of my way. I'm trying to get to the Pump and Pedal bike cafe thing. Seems a longer walk than I thought it'd be though. Here we go. Apparently they do pizza, and I'll try and stock up on, see if there's some food that I can take away or something. Hello folks. So I just started a little walking day at the Pump and Pedal, which is a bike shop which has a cafe and bar bolted to it. It's right on the Granite Way at Soughton Cross, and didn't realise there was a campsite actually here, but apparently so. I'm more used to wild camping anyway. I'm hoping to go up Prewley Moor and go up, either find a wood around the crossing tracks at Prewley Moor, or find my way up onto the Soughton Tors, slightly less boggy route. And I've brought my tiny tarp. I have not yet bought the tarp that will replace my gigantic golden tarp. I'll get around to it, but I have this tiny tarp that I use as like a floor mat sometimes when I'm camping in the tent, and I thought today, it's a hot day, it's 21°, it'd be nice to just get a little bit of shade, and I thought if I brought some of my short poles, guy ropes, pegs and the tiny tarp, I could go up on the Soughton Tors and like create shade essentially. So I'm gonna have a go at that and probably have a rant, so it's probably a more rant video. I'm actually going to take this route onto the Granite Way, I think, rather than go down to the road, because you can get to Prewley Moor from the Granite Way, I seem to remember. So instead of going down there, let's see if we can jump on. Not sure where it joins. Oh, there's a bit of that campsite. They do have little seclusion zones because they've got hedges, that's quite nice. And they got a little gate onto the Granite Way as well. Ah yes, I've been here. I recognise this. Can't remember quite how long. It can't be too long. Just got to turn back on myself right here. One of the many, many rail bridges you go under. It's quite nice in the shade. And then I just came out, Soughton Tors. And must be Branston's Loaf up there behind them. That's weird, I probably filmed this for the Granite Way vid, but it's like a weird tree stump house in there. That's amazing over there. All those together. Is that yellow flowers, or are they like, or are they just like leaves that are being scorched by the sun? That's really cool anyway. There's orange. Here, whatever this is. Red. And then these weird pinky things, which might be the same as I found at Halwell Junction actually. A load of cyclists today.
They really advertise this.
So I don't know if we're near the end yet. I think we're near the end where they removed the stone from the middle of the road. So I think that took like 10 minutes to get from there to where the bus comes in. If this is the edge of Prewley Moor. I'm guessing it is. It's some kind of, what on earth is that? Earth microphone. It's kind of cool to see above you rather than a plane. Yep, we're here. Looking forward to getting away from all the people, to be honest. There was just like 15 people on that cycle track at one point, just back there. Oh, the little Triskelion benches are up there. Hope they haven't ruined those. I think we go through that gate, don't we? Off the Granite Way, onto Prewley Moor. So the last time I was here, if you remember this year, there was a bunch of ice water. Nice little cluster of rocks here. You liken. Now, where is the main track? Horses and stuff moving up there. Should I be following the road? Does the road become the main track? Okay, it's not clear where the track is from the map. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy. I think it actually is maybe one of these gaps through the grass. It's hard to say. The map doesn't make it very clear, or it's less clear on the ground. The ground doesn't follow what the map is, and the map doesn't follow what the ground is. So bad map making, I guess. It says come off at an angle from the road. That's the road. Loads of people parked on that. That goes up to the corner. Cluster of rocks up there. I was going to look up there to see if there's any woodsy stuff, but I think there's like a triangle on the Dartmoor camping map below Vell Lake, which is a brook, not Vell Lake Corner, which the OS map gets wrong, which is off the camping maps. So I don't think you can go in that woods. I was originally planning on maybe camping on the second step of Sowerton Tors. You might still do, but sense of adventure and exploring is making me want to go that way. The sky's very nice over there. Actually looks better through sunglasses. I can see tints everything orange. Old over down there. By the way, Pump and Pedal Bike Place. The pizza they made for me was 5 out of 10. The person serving me at the bar was actually not very nice. It seemed like she wasn't friendly at all. She was like super stern, like I don't know. Like she was ready to be angry with the customer before the customer said anything. That type of person. Wasn't very nice. But the guy in the mini ice cream shack around the corner was nicer. The thing about doing the Sowerton Tors today is, although you get nice views up there and everything, my bag today is extra heavy. I think it might be to do with the camping pole things I brought, or the pegs. Well, there's a more or less full bottle of water. I guess I can lighten that load by drinking some. Bog grass there, marking the boggy patches. Ice last time I were out here. Am I going all Yorkshire? I'm watching too many haze videos. Dunk the junk. So I guess cutting through this zigzag of greenery there takes me on a track up top. And when I'm on top of that little ridge you get, I could probably explore to the left anyway. Well, we got our pick of tracks now. More solid stony track now. Don't know if this one's on the map. I'm going to keep going to that brink for now. I've not seen those before. Here's Sowerton Tors. Here's the hump I aimed at before. And down from that, in the ferns, bunch of rocks here, separated. Don't know if they rolled down the slopes from Sowerton or what. Into by bogs. Can I cross over this? One bog stream, two bog stream. What is this land like here? Still a bit squidgy, but mostly dry. Okay, I'm over. That was what I was trying to dodge. mainly. Some thistles are popping up. Might have a look at some of these rocks if the path goes anywhere near them. There's a track here. Wow, Fordson's ledge is showing up pretty well. This military hut on top, above Black Tor. Okay, rolled rock. Nah, that couldn't have rolled down from Thousand Tors. Rolled rock number 1. I'm not even gonna call it rolled rock. Random rock. So, if those ones up there are as big as this one, because they're like a cluster, I'm gonna get my tour bag in mind on. Right now, giant ferns, so I've got my snake mind on. Look at this fella here. He's quite a chunk, isn't he? I'm going to mark this on my map. This is well, it's a bigger rocks than the random one that me and Max were looking at near Smearden Down the other day. It's bigger than that. Hey, almost big enough to be a Minotaur. Definitely makes me want to look at those ones over there now. Because if they're the size of this, then hey. What shall I call this one temporarily? Velake. I don't know. It's not. It's annoying because Velake Corner's up there, but the stream that comes out is Velake. Just called Velake. It's like Velake Brook or something. I don't normally consider this area Velake. Yeah, it's Prewley, isn't it? So Prewley Rock 1 is the preliminary name. I'm sticking on that one. Actually, another one I've got my eye on is down by that tree there. That looks kind of big as well. Also right at the end of this track, or where it appears to end but doesn't, is a kind of pyramidal block. All kind of too far and at the wrong angle to have tumbled down the Sowerton Tors. It's way over there. You're not going to get a rock rolling all the way over here. I'm actually nearer. I'm nearer to this weird stack by the tree. I'm going to go over here. I thought there was a field boundary in front of it, but there isn't. Thing is, I've done this section on my Western Line documentary, so I'd have to make a little video series. I think I'd call it like Western Line Extras #1 to put in anything random I found afterwards that looked a bit like a tour, or I'd have to redo the whole video. Could re-edit the video where they're meant to be and then put like addendum right at the end and go, these were found late, or I don't know, here's some other tours, here's some other rocks that might be tours but not officially. I think I'm stepping over dry bog again. Here we are, we're on the edge of the fern field now where this rock is. There's some more. Look at that field there. There's something there as well. This cluster could be its own set of tours, maybe? Three knee-height ones here. I want to maybe not that one. That's not knee height. The one over there looks a bit bigger than knee height. Let's go to the big ones though. Yeah. I'm listening. Yeah, that's quite a big one. That's even bigger than the one we encountered down there that you can just make out. This is bigger than that one. This is my height. I'm just looking at it from where I am. This is slightly taller than me. Definitely qualifies as a tour, I think. Let's jump up. And you can see these surrounding rocks. This is quite good to climb on actually, this material. It's a bit like Smearden Down tour material. Right. Knee height. Knee height, knee height, knee height. Knee height, yeah. That's slightly taller than knee height, and so is that one. And this one. So I would call this area a tour. standing one there. And I'd like to have a look at that fieldy one maybe. Yeah, that's the biggest I was just on. Have a look at those ones in a minute. This is a knee height. Here's the biggest one from a different angle. It's got that little one next to it. Now, these ones are fairly big. This one's pretty interesting. It's like a tall wedge thing coming out the ground. Oh, we got sheep. I'm disturbing the sheep, unfortunately. I don't know if there's anywhere around them. Let's see if they stay. Just walking gently around, you guys. You can stay under the tree then. There we go. Let's stay under that tree. So this one's like that first one I visited in the field. It's that kind of size, so it's still fairly big. Oh, it's got a shape to it. It's got jaggies. It's got one leaning on another, maybe. There we go. Now we're at the back of them. We're on a kind of lawn bit next to a wall. It's got some good shape to it. There's the big one just there. You don't know until you come up close to them that they're actually a lot bigger than they look. Let's find that one that's in that field. It's down there, I think. So I think whatever's in here is going to be private but visible outside the boundary, just in the boundary. I think they're down. Yeah, they're down there. This is sort of where the do not camp bit begins, on that wall. In this dude's field, kind of looks like a pile of dark brown rocks, actually. Different from the others. Get some photos from different sides, maybe shed light on its form. I'm going to go to the right side now. Here's the right side of it. You can sort of judge its height by how high that gate is that runs up to it. Tiny rocks and a gully. That one by the tree, what would I be calling that? Prewley Moor Tor 2. Prewley Moor Tor, because the other one was like Prewley Moor Rock. And now we're on the other side of that one over here, I think. We've gone around the field. Nice little flower in front of it. And there's the height of that's like gate height, that fence. So it'd probably be almost as tall as a man if you stood next to it. That's kind of cool from here. Frodo Tor Baggins. At least one of those, if not all of them, seems to me like a tor. And one by the tree, I would definitely call that a tor. The others you could call a rock. The one by the tree, there's so much of it, and the main one's so big. And it's so far from Sourton tors, it's not just the clitter of Sourton tors or anything. And there's no other tors it could have rolled down from. So I'm calling that something. Pretty spectacular view over here, to be honest, of Shelston Tor and Black Tor and all that. Just over this little field boundary. There's a huge group that followed this little mown track beside the fence here. Like a huge bunch of rowdy teens with I think maybe they're going camping or something. Looked a bit like a 10 Tours group, but without the uniform colours or whatever. But maybe this track goes to that road. Maybe. I haven't been down this. Shin height, that one. And here's that tor we were at before. The one in front, obviously not the biggest. I'm calling that a tor, okay? It doesn't need to be officially recognised for me to call it one. The low one again, but I love the shape of this one. I was going to use it as a table just now, but then I was like appreciating the shape of it. Reminds me of something. It looks like one of those computer mouses that they make with all the ergonomic shapes in it, or a bit of a crocodile or something with its mouth closed. It's a cool shape. And kind of annoyingly, that big cluster of people is heading to the Sowerton lower step where I wanted to go. Bit of a pain in the ass if they're all going to camp up on that step. That was exactly where I was thinking of going. I'll have to see when we get up there what they're doing. There's baby men here. Maybe it's an old gatepost or something. Yeah, you can see there's a rock in the ridge, but there's like a ridge line here that could have been an ancient farmer's wall. Couple of rocks strewn around up here too. I don't think they're as big as the other ones I've seen. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's like a hole. Yeah. I don't know where the other gatepost would have gone or what it would have looked like, but see, that used to be a gatepost. There's a big hole right through it, in fact, like a donut. Bit of a rock over here. Is this a knee height or does it not even qualify as that? It's a knee height. Yeah, it's a knee height at least. It's away from those other rocks there, but it's got a couple with it. Field boundary here is where the tour is. The Prewley tour, the Prewley Moor tour. Oh yeah, and I was going to have a look at the other one, wherever the fuck it is. It's in this massive ferns now. I think I might be above it actually. Can't remember where to look for it from this angle. Somewhere up, maybe to the right of the Sowerton tours from this position. I haven't been this way up before actually. There's some kind of double posts I keep looking at over there. Alright, so landmarks. Now I can see the hillock that we went to last time on that snowy day. There's some rocks jutting out over here, maybe it's part of it. And there's some more rocks just here. There's tracks in the grass that direction. Try veering off towards these little tracks around gorse humps. Still think it's implausible maybe that boulder rolled down from up there. I mean, the image compresses the distance between here and here, and it's not like just a gradual gradient, like you couldn't roll a football down it, because there's like kind of little waves in the ground, I think, up there. Oh, we're at this bit, almost at this bit. Yeah, so it doesn't look quite as big up close, this one. It is chest height, this one I'm approaching here. So maybe it's an illusion just because it's above you when you're down there. It must have been down there somewhere. Yeah, this would be the Prewley. Oh, it's got a nice shape to it, kind of like a, look at that, sitting fox or a sitting lion or something. Look at that, you can see his paw there, its face, and then like its leg would be tucked under there, then that'd be its back and rump. It's like an animal. Nice shape to it, that one. It is chest height, I'd say, on me. Slightly less like an animal up front, I guess a little bit like one. Some kind of sitting down lizard crocodile pet or something. And then it comes with, well, there's some stray clitter up there, but very close to this rock I've just seen is these ones. Yeah, they probably just stood out from the path. They're not even, one or two of them are knee height, let's say that. Yeah, all sticking out the ferns there. It's these ones, I think. This is what I saw. And there's the one that looks, there's one that most seems like a tor to me, down by that little tree. And we're just up from the Animal Rock. And there's the distance to Southampton. So I'd say one definite tor, 4 total possible rocks in this area that I've just picked up, because I haven't been up this side of Prewley Moor before. I just kind of saw them up from Southampton tor. There's one of the rocks of High Wilhay standing out. Or is it the Hamster tor? I don't know. None of those 4 were hard to get to, by the way, apart from the just, you know, general uphill walk you've got to do to get on this ridgy bit. There's them stones. I won't be getting close to them. This is about as close as I'll get. I was going to do a more rant, but I'm just slightly out of breath. I think I'll save it for when I'm sat down. I'm looking forward to setting up my little dumb tarp shelter and seeing if I can make a little shade patch. Hopefully not long from here. Here's where we were when it was snowy. I think actually we're just outside the old iceworks, so I think we have to cross the iceworks humps to get up. Unless... oh, we're not going to the top step, are we though? We're going to go and see... we're going to go and see if those rowdy kids have plonked all their tents down in the place I was going to go, on the second step, so we don't even need to go that high. Just rounding the tracks. Are we high enough? We might not even be high enough for first terrace. Actually, we need to go up. Damn. Train on the water, boat on the tracks. Well, by staying on the right, we're actually kind of bypassing the iceworks. Look at that groove. It stands out so much. Look at that thing. A line of towers. It's like a Mega C1 wall. We got to build a wall like that on the macro scale, just past Exeter. Build a wall to keep the Londoners out. New Wessex shall rise again. Okay, yeah, I think I took the better option. If I took that, dropped down and taken that track, it would have dropped me down to that level. And I'd have to climb up again to the start of the rocks. Whereas here, I'm at the low end of the top rocks, and it's going to be easier to get across, I think. Contour these rocks. A little plane there, making a lot of racket. Says no or something. Okay, we're currently at the level of that first rock of the terrace, but there's a dip between us and there, so I'm just going to stay on the side of this hill until I reach there. Just watching this guy, he's hanging around the area. I thought he was doing dive bombing or something. Was he doing stunts? He's just kind of circling this one area, going back and forth in circles. Just thinking, actually, this might actually, somewhere around here might be a good place to set up. It's kind of lots of views going on here, and we're on a bit of a slope, I guess, but there's where the rowdy teens have got to. They went all the way down the bottom by the looks of things. You know what? If I can get the tarp in, and there is rock under the surface here, so there's no fucking guarantee of that. In fact, I might not be able to get the tarp in right here. Pegs won't go in the ground. great spot though. Oh, that's alright. That's rock. That's alright too, there are a couple of places here. It's not bad. Get rid of that. So here is my mini tarp you may have seen before on my camping trips. The sun's actually at a different angle from the hill, so it's not, I thought it'd be uphill for some dumb reason. It's not over there. So I might do an angled tarp. I don't know, a peg there and a peg there. It just helps kind of elongate the shadow once the tarp's up, to be honest, if it's back facing the sun. So I'm going to try and do that. Maybe I'll prop the cam somewhere up so you can watch me win or fail at that. This is what I got so far. Kinda works. I don't think I got the shade in the right place, but we'll see if I can tuck in under that somewhat. It's all camouflage from that direction as well. Well, I'm a bit slip sliding away on this quilt thing I've got, but yeah, I could do with more of these, to be honest. Like, I'm gonna take like 2 more of them, have one as a ground mat that I can peg, because that's probably what this thing I'm sat on needs. Yeah, it's I'm just in the shade here and it's pretty good. I suppose I cut out the views a bit in that direction, but I've still got all of this, which is pretty cool. Nice. And it just so happens I had enough water to splash all over my head, just cover my face and arms so that evaporates off and cools me down. Always a really nice quick thing you can do if you have a tiny amount, say that amount of water. That's all it takes really, and it makes so much difference on a hot day like today. You see the sun if I peep out. There it is. Got myself a tiny bit of shade. It's not super shade. I guess it could do with, the fabric could do with being a bit more opaque, because obviously I am still getting sunlight on me. Just green sunlight. It's probably letting quite a lot of the spectrum through, I imagine. Ugh. I still have on my Amazon wish list a dark kind of coffee coloured tarp. I think it might be a DD tarp, and it's more like 3 meters by 4 meters, or is it 3 meters by 2 meters? Something like that. And then I can do something like this with just, hopefully just the right size of tarp. Yeah, because my legs are sticking out in the sun. They're kind of getting a bit roasted, so let's see if I can do something about that. It's a little bit better. I'm pressing up against it, but I'm not rolling down the hill this time. I have to look over my shoulder for some reason. Yeah, it'd be fun messing around with a larger tarp. I don't think I'm going to get the silver-sided one that I want though. It's just going to end up coffee coloured. Just wondering still where you can do a woods camp on Dartmoor. There's not many options, to be fair. I know you can go to like Near Ashbury and the Cleve there's a place. Houstock Wood Tour. That bridge, it's called Houstock Bridge. There's meant to be an area of woodland there that's on the camping map. Other than that, you have to ignore the camping map, I guess. It's weird. What I've learnt so far is that the tarp partially amplifies the heat. It's because obviously it's letting sun through, I guess. I think if you had a black tarp, I mean the surface of the tarp would get hot because it's absorbing heat, but if it's blocking out most of the light from reaching you, then it might actually result in you being cooler underneath, but there would be a lot of heat from where the sun's hitting the tarp, so I don't really know. I still think my solution's the best of an opaque tarp that's silver on one side or blacked out on the other, or just a fully opaque tarp, I guess, that the sun's rays just can't penetrate at all. But for that you have to get thicker material, don't you? And then the thicker it is, the heavier it is, and it's not ultralight anymore. Yeah, it's slightly cooler out here, even though the sun is blasting me and probably more likely to get sunburnt out here. It's actually warmer under there, which is paradoxical to me. I have to experiment with tarps and find out what the best way of using them is. Packing up. Alright, that's where we were today, and as usual, don't join collectivist cults. We're going to be heading down there somewhere. Thanks for joining me. I picked up a few things over there that look like tours, so I'm going to write those down. And yeah, need to figure out the tarp situation. I may look into buying that tarp and trying the larger, darker variant, see how it goes. Anyway, catch you later folks. Thank you for watching.